What is a crime?
I think a crime is doing something that makes people unhappy.
A crime is when you do something that is illegal, and it breaks a law. I think a crime can make people scared, injured, or endanger people.
Crimes are illegal, right? I think that's what makes it a crime.
It is doing something classed as illegal by laws passed by the government.
A crime is something that goes against enforced laws by those in power.
The official definition of a crime is an action or omission which constitutes as an offence and is punishable by law. What is a criminal?
I think a criminal is someone who has broken the law. I feel like the issue is that loads of laws are outdated in the UK, and some people are unaware of laws, and that can make them a criminal for not being aware. You could commit a crime without knowing, and then have the label of criminal for life. Is it fair to give people this mantle they have to have forever, even if they reform?
Someone who actively breaks rules that they know exist and they know that they can potentially harm people is a criminal.
A person did something that was bad or naughty, that is illegal, is a criminal.
A criminal is a person who has been convicted for a crime. But I don't think it's that simple, and I don't know how I feel about that title being given out so freely. What if they were falsely accused? I don't know if someone should be called a criminal after committing a crime, or after the trial has proven them guilty.
I think calling someone a criminal is a big claim to make and can be really damaging.
The official definition of a criminal is a person who has committed a crime. Are you worried about committing a crime?
I'm not worried about committing a crime. I barely leave the house anyway, so my chances of breaking the law are low.
I like to consider myself a good person, so I'm not worried about committing a crime. At least, not a serious one in the future.
Not at this moment, but I sometimes do worry as a queer person travelling abroad, because I don't know all of their laws and where they are accepting of queer people.
I'm worried about committing a crime. Some laws are stupid in my opinion, and I don't know them all. What if I break the law accidentally? It's even illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances.
I think my biggest worry about committing a crime is that I don't know how many crimes there are, and when and if I might be breaking them. I might have already committed a crime and just not know.
Statistics from the Youth Justice Board show that in the year ending March 2023, around 5,000 youth cautions were given to children. The reoffending rate increased for the first time in 8 years. Arrests of children increased for the second consecutive year. What should be a crime but isn't?
I don't know what should be a crime that currently isn't criminalised. That's a big question.
If it's not already a crime, I think giving your children names that you know could be socially damaging to them should be a crime.
Teachers should be held responsible if they are aware a student is being bullied and they don't help. The effect that could have on a student's mental health and physical health can be really damaging.
I don't think children at a young age should be left alone with their older sibling.
Conversion therapy. I think conversion therapy should be a crime.
Crime is defined by laws of England and Wales. Laws are drafted by government and are altered and passed by Parliament, the MPs who we vote into power, and the Lords. A majority of Parliament has to vote for this legislation to become law. What is a hate crime?
I think a hate crime is being rude to someone based on what they look like or where they come from.
A hate crime is something that is a bad action that can be seen as hateful towards someone based on them being different to you.
A crime committed against someone of a marginalised group just because they're a part of that group is a hate crime.
A crime that is maliciously directed towards someone who is part of a marginalised or minority group due to wrongful or prejudiced beliefs is a hate crime.
From what I learn at school, a hate crime is a crime that is discriminatory against people.
The law recognises 5 types of hate crime on the basis of race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, transgender identity. Any crime can be prosecuted as a hate crime if the offender has either demonstrated hostility based on race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, or transgender identity, or been motivated by hostility based on race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, or transgender identity. When was it a crime to be queer?
I'm not sure, which is bad because I think we should learn about it. I think maybe during the 70s it was illegal to be gay. Also, my biology teacher said that the word queer was actually a slur back then.
I believe it was illegal to be openly queer around early 1900, but queer people have existed since forever, so why was it bad to be open about it when people definitely knew about gay people?
I imagine the late 1900s was when being gay became illegal for men. Maybe the 1970s. I don't know when it was for women, it was less stigmatised in the earlier centuries. But also with women not having many rights in the 1900s, maybe it stayed a crime after being gay was legalised for men.
I don't know, and I also don't know the progression for trans people. I think it was illegal during the 70s, but maybe it wasn't an official crime until the term transsexual came out. I don't think transsexual operations were necessarily defined as a crime. Also, conversion therapy is still legal in the UK, so I don't think we're fully accepting of queer people yet.
I think until the late 20th century it was a crime to be gay. Whilst it might not be a crime, the prejudice has continued over the years and is still present today. Gay marriage was only legalised recently.
In 1967, it officially became legal to be gay in the UK, and being a lesbian was never officially a crime. In 2003, it became legal to talk about homosexuality in schools. Gay marriage became legal in 2014.